Hi, this is Todd Profit again with Lighting and Sound Technology class and for the State University of New York at Fredonia. Tonight I just want to do a quick thing. I want to show you how to calculate DMX values for your board to figure out what the absolute values are actually going to be. So as you recall, when we talked about DMX, we talked about each universe can only control 512 parameters or addresses. Each light itself will have a fixture address starting, and it's going to be anywhere from 1 and 512. If you go into your second universe, it's still only going to set the light itself is only going to be set from 1 to 512. On your console is where you're going to want to take, and you're going to have to figure out this. You're going to have to figure out the absolute address based on what universe it's in. Okay, so when you program the console with the absolute address, it's the fixture address plus see the chart below. So if it's the first universe, you don't add any more to it. It's just 0 plus whatever the number is. So it's whatever the number is. Second universe, you're going to add 512. Third universe, add 1024. Fourth, 1536, and so on and so forth. Okay. So if we're looking at our first picture, and we're going to use our DMX calculator to help us out with this, if we've got a light fixture in the fourth universe, in the second universe, set to number 4. So it's a second universe. If we set it to number 4, then we're going to find that the absolute address that we need to set at the console is 516. Now, some consoles are going to be nice, and some of the newer consoles actually let you put it in universe slash address, fixture address, which makes it a lot easier. But some older consoles still make you figure this out. That's why I want to show you now. Let's do another one. If we're going to do 55 on the third universe, again, let me clear this out. So the third universe and the address is 55. So again, it's 1079. How did I get to 1024? Because it's on the third universe. I came up here and I added 1024. One more, just for grins and giggles. 98 on the first universe. I don't even need to do math for this because it's 98. And we just add 0, so it's going to be 98. So that's how you figure out fixture or absolute addresses. You can also, since I've got the app open, I want to show you one more thing you can do. Oftentimes when you set up a group of moving lights or LEDs, you're going to set up a whole bunch in a row. Well, you want to maximize the use of your addresses, because if you leave a lot of space, you could end up running out of addresses on that universe. So you want to pack them as closely together as possible. So if you look and you see that you need, you want to figure out what you want your first address to be. In this case, I want my first address to be 7. I want my first address to be 7. It looks like I did all my math wrong right here. Let me just put this back. The starting address will be 1. So if I want the starting address to be 1, please ignore what I did here. I'll show you this numbering here in a second. If I want to be 1, and then if I know that it only takes 7 parameters, the first one's 1, the second one's 8, 15, and so on and so forth. But what if I wanted them to actually be set at 20? Let me show you how to do that on the app. So we're going to be in the first universe, okay? And the address, the first one we want to be 20. Now we want them to be in blocks of 7. So I'm going to change it to 7, then I hit 1, so it would actually be 27. Let me go back. So 27, 34, 41, and so on and so forth. So this allows you to not have to do math and figure out what you need to set each consecutive one at. Now, what if I wanted those to be in the second universe? Then I would just click on universe, put those on the second universe. Again, the starting is 20. Okay, so it's the start at 532, 539, 546, so on and so forth. The last thing I want to show you on this app, just super duper quick, is some older apps, some older lights still have dip switches on them to set the DMX address as opposed to a number keypad. This is what the addresses look like. The great thing about this app is if this is a second universe, number 41, these are the switches that you would actually put in. You do need to read your manual. For some of them, the first address is 1. So you can turn that, you can turn that either on or off based on what your board actually does. The cool thing about this app is if you're in the dark and you can't hear, it'll actually give you sound so you know which ones you turn on and which ones you turn off. All right, that was all I have for today. Thank you so much.